Yesterday or previously, we had gone into the idea of the sixth Tikun. And there's lots of different variations. Even the place where it was quoted as being from the upper lip. They say the upper lip to the beginning of the lower lip. But also we had an idea over there that it goes all the way down to the chin. Does it go back up, or is that all a flow downwards? So that was a big deal over there in number 6. So we're getting a minute, microscopic view a little bit here. So here's number on page Kuf Pei Dalet. I'm still over there. Number Ayin. Let's look at what number Ayin was talking about. There we go. Okay, so number Ayin was talking about the 7th Tikun, Trin Tefuchim Ischazon. You see the 2 cheeks. Hu Shnei Tefuchim Nirim V'Niglim She'en Bechem Sa'aros Hamachasim Osam. So etc. 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 Going down, let's go to the word up here where it says La'anhara Butzinim, in order to illuminate or to light candles or light lamps. In those days, I think the lamps were made out of fire, so it's just that goes together. And so why do you want to do that? In order that should shine the or hapanim shal erik anpin, lamata the shar partsufi atzilus down below, and all the rest of the partsufim of atzilus, vaz gam hem yeiro, and then as a result of the shining of the cheeks of erik anpin, there'll be lamps, neros, meirim, they'll be shining. So we're on number Ayin now, and let's see how I can do this. Okay, number Ayin. Number Ayin says, Rebbe Yofashah, he says, Kan B'Sel L'Shono, Trin Tefuchim Ischazon. You could see the 2 Tefuchim now. That is the unhaired part of the face. So he's in the Hara, and the word is in order to illuminate Butzinim. So he says that's the way he sees it. So Panim She'en Bechem Sa'aros. So this is called to the parts of the face that don't have any hairs. The fact that they're smooth or without hair, Bilti Sa'aros. Zehu Tikun. This is actually the Tikun. So that these faces. It's interesting, upon him here, the 2 sides of the face, let's say, can shine. Besod B'or Panecha Melachayim, that's a quote over there, the light of the king. Says, Hashem Panav Alecha, let Hashem shine his light on you. He said, Me'irim Heim HaPanim de Erik Anpin, that is, we're talking about the Panim of Erik Anpin, Me'irim Shar Partsufi Chatzilus, they illuminate all the rest of the partsufim of Atzilus. Shehem partsufim hatachtoinim nikra rak butzinim neros. So this is a little side-like. He says that the lower levels in Atzilus off of the face, he says these are called, instead of calling light, just called light. I think he's going to say that, or if he didn't say it, it's going to. The Cuban rak butzinim, they're only called lamps, neros, candles. Connected Erik Anpin in regards to, that is corresponding to Erik Anpin, or in relation to Erik Anpin and Nikra, or who's just called light. So they're lamps. This is a much smaller light. So this is really, let's look at this kavana here. He said, Trin Tefuchim is Chazan, that phrase, you can now see the 2 Tefuchim. What does that phrase actually translate to? He said, Pirusha shachapapanim ein bechem sa'aros. Okay, it has no hairs. Masha amar la'anhara butzinim, and where it says that it's going to light up the butzinim, the candles down below. Pirusha shachatam shehem chalokim bilti sa'aros, and he says the reason why they're without hairs, hu kadei she'ir or hapanim, so that the light of the face can shine. Kamo sheniz bar b'fnim, as we're explaining. Now, I'm not sure we got the explanation that I wanted. We'll look a little bit more. V'inyan eza oraz meirin. Now, when we're talking about what are the lights that are shining now, I get the Erik Anpin as a result of the revealing of the face of Eric Anpin. Rebbe Pirush Talmud Yisech Shabir Kam Bezel Lashona. This is his words. He said, "V'hine Elu Habebeis Tefuchim Hem Naharim Lashin Ayin Iver." Now, this phrase "iver" or this word "iver" is a little bit confusing, but let's see what could he. I'm not sure what "iver" the actual translation of the word is here. But he said, "Hine elu habebeis tefuchim they naharin l'shin ayin ibor." So let's say that it means paths. I'm not sure. And he gives another definition, v'hein shin ayin naharim, which is the idea of the 370 lights. He's saying that I think he's saying, let's read it out. Ad kain v'ayin sham ba'orech v'rei gam ta. So what he's saying is that the 370 that we see in the two kales, the milu, the two kales like that, the actual light that shows up, I guess, in them, in the 360, 70 different ways, is coming from, that's what I think he says, could be wrong, is coming from this seventh Tikun, which is the place which is, so in other words, it illuminates, because he said, what does it illuminate? It illuminates all the butzanim of the rest of Atzilus. So the 370 is doing the same thing. So I'm just thinking that he's trying to say this is Panimi to the 370. Now, how's the 370 though? Is the two kales, and the two kales are the first Tikun. So here the light, the actual manifestation of the light, that's my interpretation, is coming from here, from the seventh Tikun. So let's see, we have a few minutes. I'm going to go back to the back now. And let's see where we would be. And look over here on page Taf Resh Mem Hey. And we'll go to where a Tikun Sheviyah. So now we're in a bird's eye view, or what is it? A microscopic view of this Tikun. Tikun Sheviyah, Rei Bebira Meshula Lefi Arizal. Boyer Inyan Trin Tefuchim is Chazan al Pirish. So it's a Chazan. So he said, now let's talk about it according to the Pirish of the Talmud. Vayofasha. Shucha Psakas Gidl Asaras. No. B'makom upon him. Ashechav al Yedei Kach. But do this Machsi, it causes the appearance. I'd say Machsi means appearance. The Nira. Machsi V'nira Trin Tefuchim. Now you can see those two Tefuchim. One more time at Ted V'Hasa'arat B'makom upon him, so it's empty. There's a hapsaka there. Asher al Yedei Kach B'Heaven Machsi V'nira Trin Tefuchim. You can see those two. V'chemshach, as it goes to Omer Od B'Sifra D'Tzniut, it says more. L'anchara Butzanim, in order to be able to illuminate the lamps. V'hu Inyan Nosef. This is actually a separate idea. Shenoisen tam lahapsaka sa'aras shuhu kadei lahoyer betachtonim ayin sham, and this is reinforcing that idea that the hapsaka is for the place of the ability to be able to shine down into the lower worlds. That's that. So we have a little Yud Ches here, and let's see, we have time to look at that a little bit better. So he says, Reid o bibira meshula defira groa. Shenisbar beloshen a SIFRA d'tzniut ba'ofen acher k'tzatz. It's like slightly different. What is the Gra want to tell me? He said, "V'haida the midas is chazan," appears. Musav lamata really refers to what's down below it. V'tachila ba'ama trin tefuchim. First he says there are two tefuchim. He said v'shuv idin hapsakas gidol hasaris, which is the concept of the stopping of the hairs, of the boundary. Let's say the boundary of the hairs. V'makom upon him, where the boundary stops or starts, or whichever. V'makom upon him. V'achar Omer is chazan dan charach butzin, and after that, a separate idea that it's going to come and it's going to say it's going to shine onto the butzinim. Now he said v'ritzon lomer the lepamim nirim umizgalim shnei tefuchim shel Eric Anpin. Sometimes they both excuse me. So sometimes now this is the first time that I saw the word sometimes. So let me get back to it again. He says, sometimes they appear and sometimes they're revealed. These revealed, these shnei tefuchim shel erik anpin lahoyer lamata, to shine down below. So according to that, he says, "Ein sham v'zel the shana v'zehu sh'amar is chazan." This is why it appears, or it is chazan. It appears like that in that kind of language, kind of a participle or something like that. The zimnim einun tamirim, the inun tamirim, that sometimes they're actually hidden. So I'm trying to think, when is that? If it has no hair on it, it means that it's nothing to stop it from shining. So the answer I'm giving myself is that it really depends on what's going down below it. If down below it is looking up, then it could be that this is looking at them. Something like that, maybe. So let's look at what his words are. He said, "V'zechu she'amar is chazan." They appeared. It doesn't mean that they're not always appearing. They have to, like a stage performer, it comes on. There's nimnim inun timirin ad kan ein sham. V'reim mashin is boyer sham. So look over there. What they explain over there. Mihu be'ikara de milsa, the ikra de milsa. The chayra ein chiluk bein beis biurim elu, between the graw. There's really no difference between the graw. And that's what I have for today, Rabbi. That's all I was traveling. I didn't get a chance to look anymore. Thanks for learning with me today.